Hi, everybody. It's Geezer Bill, and I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to acknowledge the death this week of Terry Hall, who is 63 years old. He died of pancreatic cancer. And Terry Hall was one of the key members of a band that came to prominence in 1979 in the UK called the Specials. And the Specials were part of a very interesting movement that kind of combined all of the mixes of the punk environment plus the strong Caribbean influence, especially in Coventry, England, where Hall was from, into this mix of ska and punk, and the umbrella that it came under, the Specials, was called Two-Tone, primarily because the bands that were both on the label that was called Two-Tone, that the Specials, Jerry Dammers ran, were primarily bands that were integrated. So there were a lot of black and white performers, and a lot of the iconic imagery around this was black and white. So the artwork, the dress style was very modish, and there was certainly a kind of a very simpatico relationship with the mod revival that was happening at the same time. But ska was the driver behind this. Terry Hall was the driver behind the sound, and he was one of the co-lead singers of the Specials. And he delivered in a very straightforward style, very kind of low key, considering the joie de vivre of the music around him. Very terse lyrics that were quite observational, and in a time in the late 70s when the UK was going through a lot of changes, and not terribly dissimilar from today's circumstances. The lyrics and the sound really resonated with the audiences. So Terry Hall, especially the first record, the Specials, which was produced by Elvis Costello, was a key component of both the look and the sound. I think one of his great performances as part of the band on Ghost Town, which was came out in 1981, which was really kind of almost a swan song of the band itself, because he and two of the other members subsequently left to form another band. But Ghost Town is really kind of the epitome of both a ska based sound, but also very, very sharp and pointed observations about what is happening to a hollowed out urban area, which the UK was pockmarked with. So fantastic song, and really quite remarkable. Terry left, as I said, and his follow-on band was the Fun Boy 3, which is a sort of a different approach. And the fun was fun, but again, Hall was pretty straightforward in his approach. So the songs were not as upbeat as you might think. One of the great songs that the band released was one that he and Jane Weedland, who he was dating for a while, of the Go-Go's, wrote together, and it's called Our Lips Are Sealed, which you probably are more familiar with as a Go-Go song. The Fun Boy 3's take is, I think, superior in my estimation, although both are great. This one is very very atmospheric and of its time, certainly a very mid-'80s sound to it, but Hall's performance is great, and he delivers these very terse lyrics in his usual compelling way. And he finished his career essentially with a third band, the Colorfield, which had a lot of promise, but he seemed to kind of struggle with his approach and sort of ran out of ideas. Years went by, he dipped in and out, never really did an awful lot of work subsequently, but he was always respected as an elder of the youth music movements, and people looked up to him. I certainly consider him, a great kind of spokesman for the changes that people go through. And it was always inspiring to see him when the specials would reunite for something here and there. And it's it's a sad day, especially when a person dies so early, 63 being the age that I'm just about at. So I recognize how much work goes into creating a life of useful art, and how much can be extracted from it. And so I will just say, we're going to miss you, Terry, but thank you for everything you did.
Sleep all day, it's the only way. I'm a parasite, I creep about at night.